Turf Talk 101. It's always a pleasure to catch up with these young men that we have relationships with while they was in high school. Sometimes we talk to kids in high school. Sometimes we get to see them grow up and become the athletes and the businessmen and the entrepreneurs and the men of humanity they become. Travon Smith, Turf Talk, and this guy, man. I always start this. I told him whenever we talk, I'm going to start this intro off. He's the last quarterback at Norco High School to beat Matt Logan at Corona Centennial. Mr. Kyle Crum, what's up, man?
Hey man, thank you for having me.
No, always a pleasure. I know you. I know you've been there. You've been doing your thing at San Diego State. I want to talk to you a little bit about the process, but I want to say congratulations on the graduation, college graduation. A lot of people don't get to touch that part. What'd you major in?
Thank you. Yeah, I did general business was the quickest way to get my degree. So I did 3.5, and then I'm actually registering for my graduate classes later on today.
Okay. What's the end goal? What you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my MBA over the next 2 years, hopefully.
You think, well, it ain't gonna be no try. You'll get it. So you're going into business. You're gonna have to stay in contact, man, because that's what I do, business as well. But with no further ado, man, Kyle Crum, I got a chance to watch this man in high school. I got a chance to watch him grow. I seen his relationship with his family, his parents, um, and then now he's at San Diego State. Talk a little bit about the experience at San Diego State and the environment there as I'm a former Aztec too. But just talk about it so people know, exactly what's going on there. Is it the party school, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, I mean there is that part of it,
Yeah.
but I think it's very separate from the athletes. That's more the frat and sorority part of campus, and you'll see it on weekends walking around, everybody going to them. But I think it is very separate, and the athletes kind of do their own things. We do a lot of stuff to hang out with
Mm.
each other, so it's awesome, man. Right by the beach, weather's
Yeah,
pretty much always great. Tons of stuff to do. For me, it's close to home, so it's really been the perfect spot.
definitely. Talk a little bit about the experience. I want to hear people. I want people to hear exactly what's going on with college because and I know you was a hell of a quarterback coming out of college.
Thank you.
Like you drove down the field, won big games. Like I said, the last young quarterback to beat Matt Logan at Corona Centennial, which hasn't been done yet and probably won't be done for another 20 to 30 years. Plus, I don't think he's going to be around that much longer. But you go to college, and a lot of these athletes have a misconception as far as, oh, I posted an offer, I'm going to start next year, et cetera, et cetera. Can you just talk about the experience, as far as the young athletes and the mentality of thinking you're just going to go to college and start right away? You're not strong enough. Most of them are not fast enough. Most of them don't have the right mentality as far as the football IQ. So just go ahead. The stage is yours. I'm just listening.
Yeah, I mean the learning curve is it's a big leap for sure. And you mentioned it, just your body being ready to play against guys who are 22, 23, 24 even. Um, and then also it got to coaches that recruit you are the ones that want you, and stuff moves around so often in college that it's tough to really know
Mhm.
where everyone's going to end up the next season. So your best receiver might get recruited away. People might be knocking on your door. So with everything changes so much, I think you just got to be flexible, be able to pick up the playbook, and just kind of roll with it.
And what's some advice you would give to people as far as dealing with that process? Because now you have NIL deals, like you said. Just because I know from other players, just because a wide receiver coach recruits you and the wide receiver coach moves on, now you're somebody else's pick of the litter. Like, and they might not even really want you. Just talk about the mentality you need to have as an athlete going into college and understand. Don't take it personal. Correct?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it really is a business, and the way it works for receivers, for example, is if they have two spots, they'll offer 15 guys, and then based on who's higher up on their chart or who commits first are the guys that are going to get the spots. So like you said, even though you might have a bunch of offers, um, you kind of got to be quick to jump on it, or you got to really have that skill set in that film, so that way you're their top priority guy. So it's tough, man. And then if you get a new coach coming in, you got to reprove yourself. So just kind of always being ready to compete.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you for just sharing that information because we have a lot of young athletes, and we have some of your peers like the Izzy and them tapping in, the AJs and things like that, the Clayton, so we get to hear a lot of experiences going on in college. Now let's talk about Mr. Crum. Talk a little bit about what's going last year, a little bit about you and going into this year, and what do you expect from yourself this year? Because you've already graduated, so now talk a little bit about being a man and understanding your journey now.
Yeah, yeah. I got my degree last year. And playing the backup role. Quarterback transferred. We got new guys coming in, so competition's open again, which is
Uh,
great. Looking to do my best in that, and then working on my master's degree, and also doing coaching on the weekends and throughout the week as a private quarterback coach. And then I'm looking to get into firefighting too once it's my college career is all done, and if I don't end up going to that next level, I did some ride-alongs and things like that. So I think that's kind of where I'm headed to.
okay, okay. Hey, that's a lot of great information for people listening, man. This is a guy with a plan. What's the information for people that their kids need to find a quarterback coach and stuff like, or even these young athletes that need to find a quarterback coach? Where can they find you at?
Yeah, my Instagram is K9_athletics. So we do sessions in Temecula every Sunday morning, or you can just DM me to book a private one-on-one, and I'll get back to you. I've probably been through, thousands of hours of quarterback training through,
Okay.
high school and college and a bunch of different coaches. So I feel like it's only right that I'll be able to give it back.
Definitely a man you want to check in. Once again, San Diego State QB Kyle Crum checking in with Turf Talk. I got a couple fields down there if you need to use in Temecula too. They'll love to have you over there. So I'll put that connection together.
Awesome.
Um, going into this year, talk a little bit about the because I know you're not one to put down competition. That's not something you do. You don't run away from any competition. It is what it is. You got incoming quarterbacks, and now you know what I'm saying? What's some things you work on as far as your skill set, as far as getting ready this year? If we're talking to a young quarterback, what's some things that you would tell them they need to do that you're doing?
Yeah, I would say for each person it's different. So
Right.
for me, I sat down with coach before it even happened and asked him like, "Hey, what are you looking from me?" And he was pretty clear. He said, "Looking to gain a little bit of weight and add a little bit of distance to the deep ball." So those have been my two focuses. Obviously, you want to work on every part of your game, but primarily those two. So talk to the strength coach, work on getting my meal plan, all that stuff, and then just putting extra hours in the weight room and doing more QB specific stuff to accomplish that second goal.
Definitely. And I'm assuming that at a person as what you've been through and your experience, all you like as a player, sometimes all you is it true that all you do is want transparency, right? Just tell me what you're looking for and then I'll try to figure it out if I can, correct?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I mean, if they just say we want you to improve, it's like but
Yeah.
given like a clear goal, I think has helped a lot.
Okay. I know you just got out of practice and stuff. One more thing, I just want to pick your brain. A college quarterback, D1 University, the one and only San Diego State, you got the crowd noise, everything behind you and stuff like that. When you come out, whether it's practice or scrimmage or whatnot, can you talk us through a read? What are you looking at? How does it go down? The play call comes from the sideline. Can you just give us a run through real quick?
Yeah. So everything for us is up tempo. We'll start the first play of the drive in the huddle, but after that, we're looking over for the signal. So, signal comes in, it tells me and everybody else the formation and the routes, and then I tell the O line what they're doing. So I'll go up and give them their call, and then based on the play, say it's an inside zone with the RPO behind it. I find out who my tag receiver is, what my read key is. So let's say it's a safety. Boom, ready, go. Now we're in the mesh. I'm looking at him. He's really dictating what I do. So if he comes in, I'm throwing behind him. If he backs up into coverage, I'm giving it, and then we're on to the next play. So the receivers and me and the running backs are really tied into that. And then I got to control the O line. So now once people come in, start blitzing, D line starts moving around, I'll change the calls for them. So QB wise, you got to know first, make sure everybody's in the right position and set. Who's my read? What do I tell the O line? And then try to get it going as fast as possible. So I think that was the biggest jump for me from high school to college. You know, in high school, I just kind of would read what the play was, and then my read was 1, 2, 3, 4. But now it's there's just a lot more to it, and I think it's great to really like it's like the next step of the game. You know.
Okay, man. Hey, I always enjoy talking to you, man. I root for you. You know, no matter what you do, it's definitely always a pleasure. I'll stay tapped in with you no matter what. Don't forget, I'll have his information as far as his quarterback training on the weekends down in Temecula. It's K9 underscore athletics, if I'm correct.
Yes,
I
sir.
know I know a couple coaches that I'm gonna send them your information. Maybe have you come talk out, speak out.
Awesome.
Try to get you an NIL couple deals or something. We take a 1.2 million for Kyle Crum on a but anyway, man, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Crum, I have all his information. A great man, a great student, a great son, great grandson, all the above. I've been knowing this guy forever, so it's definitely a pleasure, Kyle. And salute to you and the family.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Have a good one.